right, hello, third grade. So yesterday our Tuesday, today's Thursday, we talked about cause and effects in reading. So we're going to quick review what a cause is and what the effect is, and then we're going to be going over something new. So remember, a cause is the reason why something happens. And then because that happened, our effect is our result. So it goes in our story, our cause, and then our effect. And they're going to be pretty close together. But today we're going to be talking about matching problems with their solutions. And again, today our homework is going to be on IXL. We're still going to try to switch on and off between IXL, understanding text, and then reading on Epic and answering questions about the story that we're going over. So let's go over some new information today. Writers sometimes organize their text to focus on problems and solutions. As you read, pay attention to what the problems and solutions are. This can help you better understand the topic and the writer's opinion. Writers often use signal words to introduce problems and solutions. They can be words like question, answer, stop, fix, solve, should, must, and make sure. So an example would be, people should pile sandbags around the pond to make sure it doesn't overflow. So the problem is the pond might overflow. But to fix that problem, a solution would be people should pile sandbags around the pond. I'm sorry, I was going to say problem. So our problem is going to be what could go wrong or what goes wrong. It could be a challenge or an obstacle. And then our solution is how we can fix the problem. So that's going to be what we're going to be looking for today. And again, we're going to practice with our IXL standards. So let's go through a few examples. All right, so the first thing we're doing is we're going to read the text. Right up here it says my instructions, read the text. In the 1920s, National Barn Dance was a popular radio show based in Chicago. But audiences in the South couldn't receive the signal to listen to the show. So in response, radio producers in Nashville started their own show, the Grand Ole Opry. The Grand Ole Opry was popular with radio and live audiences. As their live audiences grew, the radio studio became too small. The producers searched for a larger auditorium that would fit their needs. Since 1974, the show has been at the Grand Ole Opry House in Nashville. So match the problems with their solutions. So they have the solutions written down, but the problems we have to match. So why did the radio producers started the Grand Ole Opry? Was it because audiences got too big? Or because Southern audiences couldn't hear National Barn Dance? So let's go back and look. Radio producers started the Grand Ole Opry. So let's look for that. So in response, radio producers in Nashville started their own show, the Grand Ole Opry. Did I say Pry before? I'm sorry. All right, so why did they start it? Let's look at the sentence before. Audiences in the South couldn't receive the signal to listen. So here's the problem. They couldn't hear the show. So what was their solution? Let's start our own show. So then with process of elimination, I know that this one would go here. Does that mean I can't double check my answer? Nope, I can double check my answer, and that's exactly what we're going to do because I can always make mistakes, and it's always good to double check to make sure your answer is correct. So the house opened in 1974. Why did the house open? So it says, right here, the show has been at the Grand Ole Opry House. Now, why is that? The producers searched, so let's see, as their live audiences grew, the radio studio became too small, so they didn't have enough seats for everyone. So the producers searched for a larger auditorium. So it's because too many people wanted to come. It was so popular and they didn't have the space for it. So I'm going to submit and see. And it did not tell us if it was right or not. So we will try another one. All right, so the first thing it says to do is to read the text. Oh, we just did this one. Let's get a new one. Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on with my computer, but we have a new problem that we're going to do. Bicycles didn't always look like they do today. In 1817, the first bicycle had 2 wheels but no pedals. In the 1860s, the Bone Shaker came along. It had pedals. The trouble was that its metal tires made for bumpy rides. This was fixed in the 1870s. The high-wheeled bicycle with a large front wheel and had rubber tires. Now rides were smoother. Still, high-wheeled bicycles weren't safe. Riders often took headers or flew over the handlebars. To stop headers, safety bicycles had 2 small wheels of the same size. So now this one's a little different. They gave us the problems down here, and now we're matching the solutions. The Bone Shaker was, so let's read our solutions first. Safety bicycles were made, rubber tires were used. So the Bone Shaker was uncomfortable. So let's read where we hear that. So in the 1860s, the Bone Shaker came along. It had pedals. The trouble was that the metal tires made bumpy rides. So their solution was they had, if I keep looking, rubber tires. So because the metal tires were uncomfortable, they ended up putting down rubber tires. It seems like a good solution. That's our problem, and this was a way to fix it. So riders took headers. And so by process of elimination, if I have 1 left, that would be my answer. But again, we can double check. So I'm going to look for headers right here. They often took headers or flew over the handlebars. To stop them, they built safety bicycles. And right here, it says safety bicycles. All right, so let's double check our answer. We're going to submit, and we did it. All right, and that is it for today. Remember also, same as yesterday, it is a lot of reading. It's going to take a little more time. So if you do get frustrated, don't feel like you have to sit and stare at your computer screen all day. You can get up, walk around, go outside, get some fresh air. Or you can always take a break and come back 15 minutes later if you feel like you're getting too stressed out. But just take your time and remember to use these little microphone speakers. It will read the problem too if you are struggling with reading at all. And that is it for today. Thank you and have a good day.